What is happening, sports fans? Welcome to the DFS 5-Pack. It is your host, Matt Bellman, rocking it solo Saturday, July 21st. My partner, Ryan's got some family in town, so he's spending the weekend with his family. So we'll let him enjoy that. And meanwhile, we have we're right back in the mix from the All-Star break. We have two nice slates today. We're not going to spend time covering the early slate because it's only 3 games. We're going to focus all of our attention on the night slate tonight. So without further ado, let me screen share this and let's dive in. Before we start, guys, just so everyone knows, I know Ryan and I have been talking a lot about it, but our NFL only sale is up right now. The normal price is $125. If you sign up before the end of July, we're doing it for $79.99. It's just a hell of a deal. The normal price is an awesome deal. So to get, $50 off or whatever it is really nice. It just makes – you should honestly have that paid off by the first week. And even if you don't play that big, within the first couple weeks. So it's an awesome deal. I know Ryan loves cash game, NFL. It's his forte. So we can't wait for that to start. But like I said, we're still crushing baseball. So let's get at it. All righty. So screen sharing this. Interesting night slate tonight. Like I said, we're right back in the swing of things after the break. So a lot of good ways to go, a lot of options here. Let's start at pitcher. Like I said, I think there's multiple ways you can go at pitcher, but a guy I'm looking at is going to be Vince Velasquez in this matchup against San Diego. Now, I know Arrieta did not pitch well last night. San Diego got to him. Was not completely unexpected because when Arrieta is not locating, he can get hit. Same with Velasquez, but I think his stuff just sets up really, really well for this matchup. Facing a right-handed Padres lineup, I think Velasquez can crush here. Under 8K. We've seen him, in the mid-8s aside from that start against the Yankees recently. Now to get him under 8K in a matchup and one of the better matchups we can ask for is just, really, really too good to pass for me. I'm not one of those guys that has to pick on San Diego or the White Sox every slate, but on this slate, it just makes sense to me. I like Velasquez. He has a really nice matchup. The strikeout upside is there. At this price, I think he's rocks out in any format. He's going to be one of my main tournament guys, that's for sure. Speaking of main tournament guys, that's going to be Jed Jerko, a 5-pack darling, a guy that I've used for a lot of success this season and in seasons past. A lefty masher. Sitting at 3.5 and now in the middle of that Cardinals lineup pretty much on a consistent basis. I like Gierko a lot here. I think that he's in a real nice spot to give us nice upside here. The power upside's always there. And now, like I said, hitting it in that middle of that St. Louis lineup, they're starting to get going a little bit. I like his floor. I like his ceiling. He's rocks out anywhere, a tournament preference for me. Speaking of guys you can use anywhere, that's going to be Adrian Beltre at 2.9. Wow, how the mighty have fallen. He's really, really cheap here. And he hasn't even been amazing. But if we take a look at the guys at third base that are under 3K that are priced with Adrian Beltre, we're looking at Rio Ruiz, hasn't played. Nick Senzel, one of the Reds' top prospects, but is out for the year. Chester Cuthbert. I mean, look at these guys that are priced by Adrian Beltre. I like Carrasco here. I don't love him, but I like him here. I'm not going to stack Texas, that's for sure. But hitting in that middle of the lineup at 2.9, if you don't go Jose Ramirez, all the way up top, going with Adrian Beltre at 2.9 makes a ton of sense. So you can, it opens up a lot of doors as far as roster construction goes. Speaking of doors we want opened, one of them is going to be Francisco Lindor. So obviously, the Indians are in a monster spot tonight, probably the best spot on paper. You want as much exposure to them as you can get. Lindor and Ramirez are going to be their top 2 pieces. And simply because I wanted to talk over Beltre, Lindor is the member of the tribe I'm going to talk about here. I mean, even in a game where he only got 1 hit, which was a single, he still got close to 20 DK points because there's 2 stolen bags, 2 walks. I love that game as kind of a get-going type game for Lindor. I like him quite a bit here. Any lineup I can fit him, I'm going to fit him. Shortstop is deep, but Lindor's the top guy. Now, much like Gierko, Pham is a guy I like a ton tonight. Now, I do have interest in some of the St. Louis righties, but Gierko and Pham are going to be my top 2. And Pham, the way he looks right now might be my top bat overall on the slate. Really struggled before the All-Star break, went into the break firmly committed to, fixing a hitch in his swing that had been hampering him. Well, 6 for 9 with 4 RBIs, a bomb, and a bunch of hard hit balls since the break. Pham is locked in. 4K. We've seen this guy close to 5K for much of the year. Big time stolen base power upside. I like Pham quite a bit here. I don't care where he's batting in the order. Obviously, for cash games, we like him more if he's batting up top. For GPP purposes, I frankly don't care. That is what I got for you today, guys. As always, I'm around Saturday, weekend. Let's crush it today. If you got questions about the day slate, I'm here. Night slate questions, I'm around all afternoon. If you want to sign up, hit me up. Let's crush it, guys. Thanks.